Welcome back another episode of NBA 2K14. And the last episode yesterday, the LA Clippers defeat the Pelicans and the Indiana Pacers defeat the Miami Heat. So we're gonna be good ready to get in the playoffs right now. So as you can see, the date is April 1. It's April Fool's prank. So that means it's gonna be the April Fool's Day of the year. That will be everything that's gonna be possible right now. So the playoffs around the corner on April. So let's check out the calendar standings right here. You see right now the last 8 games remaining for the Dallas Mavericks season as they try and get in the third spot right there. So the playoff will begin on April 19th. Now check out the Western Conference playoff pictures, very tight. You see right here the top 3 seats below. Right here we got the San Antonio Spurs, the Los Angeles Clippers, Los Angeles Lakers, the Dallas Mavericks, and Golden State Warriors are very tight, closer to 3 to 7 right now. The playoff starts today right here. Here's the look at the conference begins as of April. We got the Miami Heat will face the Orlando Magic. We got the Chicago Bulls facing the Atlanta Hawks. We got the Detroit Pistons take on the Indiana Pacers. And the Philadelphia 76ers take on the Washington Wizards. On the other hand, in the Western Conference, we got the Houston Rockets take on the Memphis Grizzlies. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder take on the Golden State Warriors. We got San Antonio Spurs versus Dallas Mavericks. And that will be an interesting matchup, a battle of LA, the Clippers and the Lakers, in which game this could be a potential Pacific Division title. So the playoffs around the corner right now, so we're in a good matchup for you. It's going to be a great, interesting matchup here in American Airlines Center. Two of the Western Conference playoff race, important West playoff race that should be a good one here between the records 44-29 and 45-29. So that would be a good one here tonight. It's going to be Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors take on Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks. For this game, the Warriors are going to use the blue and the Mavericks are going to use the white. So that should be important in the Western Conference. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video on this April battle. So anyways, we're going to be sending Kevin Harlan here at American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas. For now, we're going to send Kevin Harlan here in Dallas. Here you go. Enjoy.
Welcome, basketball fans, to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. It's April 1st, and I pity the fool who changes the dial. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Dallas Mavericks. See you later.
Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. By my side, Steve Kerr and Clark Kelly. Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha-ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. Hey, guys, take a look at our...
I like the lines why Kevin Harlan said the NBA console game is fake as a joke. This is joke ever. That was annoying ever. Alright, so we're gonna back and enjoy the video here at Dallas. So here it goes.
What can we see from him?
Well, Iguodala is one of the elite perimeter defenders in the game. You know, what I love about him is he can guard any of the perimeter positions, 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. He's so mobile and active, great anticipation, and a really good help defender as well.
Yeah, he's outstanding. Even if he's not at the point of attack, he's always lurking in the passing lanes. His defensive awareness enhances his great physical gifts at that end of the floor.
Fans are making some noise here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for their Mavericks. They can secure their spot in the postseason with a victory here.
Seeing where Dallas is, they put together what I would call a dream season. I mean, they've elevated their play and have really become a team that makes it tough for everybody. They're a squad to be reckoned with, folks.
Well, Clark, the playoffs are going to be the real test for them. You know, sometimes for a team on the rise, they can get to the point where everything crashes down on them when the pressure arises. We'll see how they respond.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll. This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input. Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
Curry gets the bucket.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And back to the Mavs. Definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge in this need of your fan base.
You know, Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, I'd say, the more clean-looking new uniforms. Suggestions.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air. Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Bogut kicks to Iguodala. Uncovered. And the Warriors tack on two more. For Dallas, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Marion outside. Buries it from three-point range. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure to players is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
Curry gets the bucket. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back-and-forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Now here's Marion. He had 16 points in the win against Sacramento.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helped him, too. Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Different look here for the Warriors.
Well, when you combine Dirk's height with his touch and his release, which is basically behind his head, he becomes impossible to defend. And unless he's just missing his jump shot that night, you're in for a long night.
Especially when you couple it with his knack for playing with his back to the basket when he wants to. Often Dirk will catch it on the low block, lean into a defender to create some space, and then the next thing you know, he's up in the air knocking down that jumper.
He gets it to go.
You know, one of the more underrated aspects of Dirk's game is that he's pretty much been the guy the offense has run through for most of his career. But he's never been a turnover machine. He takes good care of the basketball. For the amount of touches that he has and what he's required to do, he's pretty ball secure.
And here's Carter after the three-pointer from Douglas. Carter kicks it to West. That's in there. Carter with the assist. West has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Hey, Clark, you mentioned Nowitzki's ability to score without turnovers. It really comes down, Steve, to his style of play.
Well, he backs guys down in the mid-post and then just shoots over the top. He doesn't have to put the ball in jeopardy to get a high percentage shot. You know, really, it's what makes him such a potent scorer.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Dallas. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. Second, the Mavericks.
Seems like their whole team is in a great rhythm from the three-point line right now. They put on a display from long range.
There's a minute left to play here in the first. Carter, covered by Barnes, and Bazemore kicks it to West. Carter outside. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Dallas.
Third three in a row right there. Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Kings.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of wave the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
The finger roll finish at the bucket. Carter's got 8 points.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
That one goes. Count.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Up in time. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. It's Dallas. They lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Sunday, April 6th, the Atlanta Hawks go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. It's the real deal.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And on top of that, they're really starting to knock down that long-range 3-ball tonight as well.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. We've got Nedovic. Draymond Green is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Tony Douglas, and it's Barnes in at the center. Here's Nedovic. He's guarded by Calderon. Marion with the double team. Out of this is the Barnes. Again, Golden State.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
And Nedovic kicks to Douglas. That is good. Douglas has got 14. And for Mark Jackson, there had been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
This is to Green. He passes to Nedovic. And it's Golden State with another. Dallas calls timeout. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in Oakland.
Yeah, and in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench, and I thought their depth was really the major factor in that game.
The Warriors making a switch here. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. He comes in for Jay Crowder. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Klay Thompson in for Nedovic. Shot's good by Iguodala. Just to talk again about what Steve just said, they never missed a beat, Clark, when they turned to their bench.
Well, there wasn't much of a difference between the points they got from their starters and those they got from the reserves. A really balanced team effort, and you like to see that.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Thompson for the triple. Another three for Golden State.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, the mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
Something else I think of with him is that three-point shot from the corner. I mean, that's his shot. We've certainly seen him drain a bunch of them.
Lee goes in, smooth as silk on the finger roll. Lee's got his first 2 points.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against New York.
Yeah, and in the end, it wasn't even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the floor.
Boy, they were locked in and ready to roll. Offensively, they just had a rhythm that was impressive. A nice job helping out his teammate with that screen by Harris. Over the last 10, looking at the Warriors, here's how they compare to the rest of the league. First in rebounding, second in scoring. And they're number 2 in assists. This is a team that loves to share the basketball.
And probably what impresses me the most, Clark, out of all those stats you're talking about, is the rebounds per game, because this is a team that has become very physical. They'll put a body on you, and they'll really dominate the paint if you don't stand up to the task and really attack them back.
Nowitzki's shot is no good.
Well, you take a look at the elite perimeter defenders in the game, and Andre Iguodala has got to be right at the top of the list. He's long, he's athletic, he's strong, has excellent fundamentals and a really good basketball IQ, and he's not afraid to get up into your airspace.
And that one's good.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think this team would be ahead.
And Curry, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 8 points.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
And Clark, you mentioned the length of Iguodala. You know, listed at 6'6". I think he's closer to 6'7" in shoes.
But Iguodala, I love the way he defends. Guys. I mean, the gambles maybe a little bit, but he can guard so many different positions out there. It's impressive to see.
Ball's not loose. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. And that kind of power move has become a trademark for him.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Ellis. It drops and it comes off. This is from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 6 assists here tonight. And so they foul intentionally.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Carter with the three. Another three for Dallas.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Really left alone that time. 15 points for Steph Curry.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
Now, presented by Sprint. No fooling, this is 2K Sports, but we still got a few tricks up our sleeves for an April Fool's Day halftime report. Plenty of hustle from the Mavericks. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. It's Dirk Nowitzki making things happen once more, coming in off the win against Sacramento. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. But you know, the Warriors also came to play. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. Klay Thompson with a phenomenal first half. We're at halftime and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. We'll get things going with a look at teams playing later tonight. The Houston Rockets will be playing out against the Nets in Brooklyn. 8 p.m. Eastern, that one gets started. And the other game that's scheduled later tonight, the Lakers are playing at Staples Center as they go up against the Trailblazers. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, Marion and Nowitzki at the forwards. Dallas is out there with Kevin Harris, and it's down there in at the front.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
Well said. The defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. Backing down his lead. And Nowitzki with the block. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And it's Monte Ellis with the finish.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
Certainly seems like he's doing. Now, Steve, I mean, it's been a great passing day for him. Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though. That's a good shot for him there, but it's kind of puzzling to me that he's not calling for the ball today like he usually does. He has to do more if they're going to pull ahead.
Tipped away. Marion outside. Down there. Back to Marion. Dallas moving the ball around. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. Run the clock. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. You talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. That's all stuff that just comes with experience. And now look at Stephen Curry here. In the back half of the season, he's been nothing short of marvelous. 7th in steals, and of course he's in the top 15 in rebounding, so a very strong presence in the paint.
And Steve, I think we should take a look back at his top 10 steals ranking that you mentioned a bit ago. I mean, that's impressive. This guy gets it done. Jumps the passing lanes when appropriate, but he also can pick the pocket of the ball handler, too.
Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
And he is also a very savvy on-the-ball defender. He'll turn a crossover into a turnover if you try it against him.
That is good. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Look over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second.
Me too. This has been great, guys. With the fans getting their money's worth, the whole team's just playing so hard out there.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Nowitzki kicks too many. From outside, off the mark.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Well, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off. Feels like a flip has been switched at halftime because both teams now really getting after it.
And it's been a fun half of basketball, Steve.
Keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Nowitzki kicks to Mary. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 8th assist in the game. Now a timeout called by Golden State. It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Some changes for Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Lee comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Klay Thompson in for Tony Douglas. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
A drive by Lee, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see. The knock on David Lee for a long time was that he didn't impact his team defensively. I mean, last year, however, you could see that it was something he was focusing on more and more, and really was a factor with his help defense and rotation.
And here is Nowitzki. He's got 21. Carter with the three. Another three for Dallas.
His performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
And Clark, when you talk about David Lee defensively in the past, he's had to play a lot of center, both in New York and Steve now in Golden State.
Well, that's probably the weakness in his game. He doesn't have long arms. He's not a shot blocker. You know, he can get pushed around a little bit by the stronger centers. That's why it was important for Golden State to put Andrew Bogut next to him to be a rim protector and to protect Lee a little bit down there.
Nowitzki, count it, and the foul. It's going to be on David Lee.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
Jake Crowder's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Dirk Nowitzki, the 7-footer from Germany, is certainly not one of the more explosive athletes in the NBA, but I don't know if we give him enough credit for how coordinated he is at his size. I mean, this guy is very coordinated in how he gets around on the court, especially at the offensive end. He's got tremendous balance, outstanding hands. Both of those allow him to be a terrific shooter and player.
Thompson with the bucket.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? Really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Down low, it's tipped. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Carter, 14 points for him. Kicks to Calderon. That one falls coming off Carter's feet. Calderon's got 8.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
And Nowitzki with the block. 1 second left. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Mavericks lead by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us.
This Friday night, April 4th, the Denver Nuggets go on the road to battle the Memphis Grizzlies. Do not miss it.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
And Golden State looking who they've got. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Maurice Spates out there with Bogut, and it's Curry in at the point. Pass to Barnes. And the foul called on Sean Marion. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Lee's checked in. Curry passes to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Barnes kicks to Curry. Thompson inside the line, and he nails that one right through the net. Thompson's got 23.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just one or two plays down the stretch. Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par. Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun.
And the basket by West.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the bucket. He's got 25.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Nowitzki comes in for DeJuan Blair. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Delonte West. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Curry outside, and the shot is good. Curry's got 23.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
Marion, covered by Barnes. Here's Dallenberg, banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And it feels like the energy has just picked up big time here. Both teams now feeding off each other's intensity.
I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, Steve, but it's obvious both sides have responded well.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Back to Thompson. And the foul on Monte Ellis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Backing down his lead. He jams it with authority.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Fine. To send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Nowitzki kicks to Harris. It drops and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Curry with it. Picked up by Ellis. And Curry, here we go. And the foul called on Sean Marion. That's foul number 2 for him. Barnes gets a screen from Lee. Curry kicks to Thompson. And another 3 for Golden State.
And that's his first 3 of the second half after really lighting it up beyond the arc in the first.
Ellis outside. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Here's Barnes, and it's all evened up. Barnes has got 9 points now in just the second half. Thompson against Ellis. Launches a 3, and it's blocked, but he stays with it. Feeds it to Harris. Five on the clock from deep. And Monte Ellis the bucket and the assist by Harris. Harris has got assist number 9. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Andre Iguodala has checked in for Golden State. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Ellis kicks to Nowitzki. Takes it into the teeth of the lead and completes the layup. Nowitzki's got 5 points now in the quarter. Curry attacking. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Here's Nowitzki. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 31 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Now Lee inside. Thompson dishes to Lee. Count it, and the foul. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it, and the skill to make it. He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
You can just see his confidence rising every time he knocks one down beyond the arc.
Curry with it. Devin Harris covering. Iguodala kicks to Bogut. Good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The dish to Ellis. He feeds it to Marion. It's good from beyond the arc.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Timeout calls the Warriors. They're losing by 4. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mavericks making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Back to Marion. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And they go to the intentional foul. Here's Carter. Passes it to Nowitzki. They double-team Nowitzki. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there to ensure that they're going to go home with the W.
Curry outside. Knocks down the trifecta.
His three-point shot is so pure, just draining one after another.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're up by 3. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 8 seconds left in the fourth. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
Yeah, in this situation, clock management crucial.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. For 3! And another 3 for Golden State.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been dead.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one. So it's a victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
What a close game here in Dallas, Texas, in the top of the Dirk Nowitzki pickup number 21 win streak as he try and reach the 27 win streak surpassed for 2013 Miami Heat. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 try to surpass the Miami Heat for the most wins to get in the playoffs right here as they close victory defeat the Golden State Warriors by 3, 126 to 124. Dirk Nowitzki got 34 points, 10 assists. Monte Ellis got 28 points, 8 assists. On the other hand, Stephen Curry got 31 points, 11 assists. Klay Thompson got 28, and Tony Douglas got 16. And a huge finish the game in April Fools as the first night is wrapped. Check out the playoff picture. Dallas Mavericks move up to number 5 spot as they're trying to preparing for the looks like that will be our first round preview with the Los Angeles Clippers. Right now, the chance to get in the number 3 seed to get in the playoff push. Right now, as the Golden State Warriors will fall the 7th seed, the Memphis Grizzlies move down the 8th seed. As the 18 for the playoff picture begins, as the postseason will wrap in quickly right now. On the other hand, the Eastern Conference in the move in the next game here at Staples Center, that should be a good one. The LA Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks, and the LA Lakers and the Portland Trail Blazers. Right now, it's going to be a good one here and a good, interesting as Dirk Nowitzki continue on the road. Right now, again in the postseason so far. As the Dallas Mavericks pick up the number 21 wins of the season and try to keep the 27-game winning streak alive as they take out the Golden State Warriors 126 to 123. This game is good. So, coming up next, tomorrow we're off to Staples Center in downtown LA. The Western Conference matchup, that will be a good, featuring Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge of the Portland Trail Blazers take on Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol of the Los Angeles Lakers. That should be a good one. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. What a finish here in this Monday, April Fool's matchup as the Dallas Mavericks defeat the Golden State Warriors by 3, 126 to 123. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so long from Staples Center. Say so long from American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas. We'll see you tomorrow for the matchup on Tuesday, continuing on April 1, featuring the Portland Trail Blazers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow here at the Staples Center in LA for the Portland Trail Blazers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Sign up and peace out once again. It's time to say good night. Peace.